Child restraints will have a variety of fitment outcomes depending on the vehicle, position used, seat shape, etc. A restraint that will fit firmly with one car may not with another. One reason for this is that the standard retractable seat belt pays out in its normal operation. This retractable function makes seat belts user-friendly, more comfortable to wear, etc. But we need to manage this payout aspect to satisfy most restraint fitment clients. So looking at this restraint, when it's pushed about, the seat belt comes loose. That's a natural function of the seat belt. Under collision conditions, its function changes. When a restraint was tested for the Australian standard compliance, the seat belt was installed just like this. So under those circumstances, we know it performs safely. If your client wishes to have the advantages of a firmly installed child restraint, this can be achieved in one way by using a gated buckle, also known as a 3-bar slide. Here's how we do it. Fit the restraint following the manufacturer's guidelines. Firstly, use the seat belt untwisted. Pass it through the designated aperture or pathway. Ensure the buckle tongue has connected correctly. Remove all the looseness or slack from the lap section of belt. Use some vehicle seat compression whilst this is done. At this stage, draw down the sash section of belt to meet the lap section at the side and pinch them together. This action has gauged the length of lap belt you need to hold the restraint firmly in place. Now disconnect the seat belt and fit the gated buckle onto the seat belt. If you are having trouble with the belt retracting on you, find a way to manage it. Here's a couple of methods. Push it into the seat trim so that it doesn't retract on you. Use a webbing friendly clip to stop it rewinding. Or if you are able to just pin it with your knee. Let's have a close-up look at the buckle relationship with the seat belt. Feed the two seat belts through the first gate. Make sure that the belts are passed over the raised bar the long way, and then place the two belts through the second gate and pull it through. Notice that the belt is deflected around the raised bar when installed correctly. This is correct. This is incorrect. We're going to remove the restraint to help you see what we're doing here. This is the length of adjusted lap seat belt section that we have created. Let's see if that will do the job. No, it's not tight enough. It still has looseness in the seat belt. We're going to remove the restraint again so that you can see what we're doing. We can shorten the lap section by moving a little more of the webbing back through to the retractor. Be mindful that the loop needs to be equalised, otherwise when through some restraints it may feel good at first, but loosen over time. If it was too short and the belt wouldn't reach the buckle, then we could do the opposite by taking more belt from the retractor and lengthen the lap section. When you get this right, and remember you don't have to take the seat out each time to do these small adjustments, then the connection of the seat belt should take a little downward compression of the vehicle seat cushion to ensure that there is no unnecessary slack or movement. The 5 steps are the same as before. The only difference is that when we adjust the lap section, we need to install the gated buckle to create a permanent length lap belt section. Take some time to practice with these devices to ensure that you have some confidence, success and skill in their use. A couple of tips. The buckle can be fitted to either side of a child restraint, but it should not be allowed to contact the body or frame of the restraint. After fitting a restraint in this way, do you think that you have a better chance of satisfying the client now? Although having a satisfied customer is always a desirable outcome, using an additional device such as the gated buckle may not always provide enough satisfaction for them. Many vehicles have unfriendly seat cushion shapes and angles, not to mention the seat belt mountings. The positions of these mounts are often not conducive to creating satisfactory fitments. So keep in mind that even using a gated buckle may not create the satisfaction your client perceives as safe. It's supportive at least to know that there is a minimum installation requirement as set down by the Restraint Instruction Handbook. Although this is usually a long way short of satisfying the client, correctly monitored, it's still considered safe by the standard authority. The Bode type gated buckle used in this program is only one of the devices that can be used to provide an improved fitment. Seatbelt locking devices come in many types, styles and colours, and of course limitations. Refer to the June 2010 ACRI newsletter to overview other methods.